Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Monday Fun Day, and this is Monday Morning Mindset. And what is mindset and why does it matter? So, mindset is a combination of your thoughts and your feelings that impress into your subconscious, that, im- that give you the energy and affect everything that you do all day long. And so, mindset is critically important in the aspect that you're the one who has control over it. And so today, our oil is the oil of lavender. And lavender is a common oil that most people are familiar with. And take a drop in your hand. Lavender is often called the mother of all oils. Take a deep inhalation, hold at the peak of your breath, and then gently blow out. Deep inhalation, hold at the peak of your breath, and gently blow out. Do that 3 times and then apply it wherever you want. Lavender is a wonderful, nourishing oil. And the emotional aspect that we're dealing with that I'm using it for this week is abandonment. And, um, sometimes we think of abandonment like we've been abandoned and left, and there's all kinds of those kinds of things. But what about the times when you abandoned yourself, when you abandoned your own dreams, when you abandoned something that was really dear and precious to you, somebody else had a different idea or didn't like your idea, or and so you just abandon your own dream, you abandon your own self, and there's that feeling inside of you of just like, ugh, about it. And so use lavender to reestablish that feeling. And instead of feeling abandoned, instead of feeling like you start nourishing and replenishing those dreams and holding on to it, because it's an energy that we have inside of us that will attract the same thing outside of us. And so I love the oils and how powerful they are in helping us create the mindsets that we need to have to help us be the best that we can be. And so use your lavender all week this week in this aspect, in this way. Like, yes, you use it for so many other things, and also do the inhalation before you apply it topically. And so I have this story, and I think that I have used this story before because it's a very special story to me. However, I didn't write on it, so I'm not sure. So, The Boy and the Farm, it's called, or The Boy and the Ranch. And this was as a child, this is about a boy named Jack, and it's actually a true story that his father was a horse trainer who frequently had to move from ranch to ranch training horses. And because of this, Jack's school career was constantly interrupted. And during his senior year, a teacher asked him to write about what he wanted to do when he grew up. And so, without hesitating, Jack wrote a paper about his goal to own a horse ranch. He was very meticulous in his writing, included drawings of buildings and stables, and even a detailed house plan. 2 days later, his teacher returned his paper with an F written on the top of the page. And these were back in the days when F meant fail. And Jack asked his teacher why he received an F, to which his teacher responded, "This is an unrealistic dream for a boy like you who has no money, no resources, and who comes from a traveling family. There's no chance that you would ever reach this goal." Then the teacher offered Jack a chance to rewrite the paper with a more realistic attitude. And after several days, Jack brought back the paper to his teacher without any changes. And he said, "You can keep the F, and I will keep my dream." And I just loved that spirit because, and the story goes on to say that Jack actually acquired a 200-acre horse ranch with a 4,000 square foot house on it, exactly like the plan that he'd drawn. And the letter from the teacher was actually framed and put above his fireplace on the mantle. And so I just think it is such a beautiful story that it would have been so easy for Jack to abandon his dream because of somebody who, was an apparent authority in his life didn't agree with it. And so think about where in your life have you abandoned a dream because somebody wasn't in agreement with it. Somebody didn't see it the way you seen it. And so you abandoned it. So I just want you to give yourself permission this week to think about the things that are really meaningful to you, things that really were dear to your heart, and something that you let it go because of somebody else's opinion. And so take some time and just sit with your lavender oil and think about, you're the biggest supporter you have in your life. And give yourself permission to come back and be that full support to yourself. Allow the lavender to help you nourish those dreams again. Bye for now and have the most amazing week.